Many thanks for staying with us on Ivan Daybreak. I'm sure you're having an exciting time on the show because I am. All right, now we'll go into the newspaper review for today. We'll start with this day. Now, this day says, Governor Fayemi, Malami should defend Nigeria, not claimants. With the writer saying, says Attorney General misleading president. Alleged consultant demands dubious, fraudulent. Moving further down, the clerk, South African president who quashed appetite, dies at 85. Sad news there, and that's on page 47 of the Punch. Now to the earpiece of the paper says, Buhari, we've invested massively in roads, rail, power, airports. But the writer saying, flakes on even distribution of COVID-19 vaccines between developed and developing countries. Report 78. That's a report now. 78% of girls in northern Nigeria marry before age 18. And that's on page 5 of this day paper. Moving now to the Guardian paper says, intrigues as police parade 14 alleged invaders of orderly's home. With the writer saying, say journalists, lawyer, police officers, soldiers among suspects. Another writer saying AGF tackles fake consultants on this day as this day disowns editor. For the government bullying judiciary to instill fear ahead of 2023 elections, Wike alleged. Now to the earpiece says, research institutes begin indefinite strike over government alleged refusal to honor 10-year pact. Page 5 has the story. Resign now or get sacked. Aggrieved APC stakeholders tell Buni committee. Page 3 has that story. Header skill aids Zangon Kataf natives to injure others. Page 5 has the story. Now to the bottom stream of the paper says 24 million people living with diabetes in Africa, says WHO and IDF. Story on page 6. Diabetes worsening COVID-19 fatalities on continent. That's the writer for that story. And finally on the Guardian says page 21 has a story that says troops bust 20 illegal refining sites, recover crude. Interesting news there. Now to the Punch paper. Interestingly, the front page of the Punch has the advert for Trophy Stout, says Niger to the world. And watch out for the first Stout Festival in Nigeria, live on DSTV Go TV, 4 p.m. every Saturday, 13th November 2021. And now another story here says orderly home raid, more controversies over police parade. Kanu Igboho, Afenifere Ohaneze backs political solution, demand release. Page 2 has the story. And finally, on page 21 of the Punch, National Assembly gets $62 million for solar power project. But before I leave the Punch paper, there's this interesting one I just saw right now at the earpiece. It says 6,000 base stations needed for 5G rollouts in 10 Nigerian cities, coming from GSM operators. And that story now is on page 19 of the Punch. Finally, for today, we'll go to The Nation. The Nation says, governors, AGF Malami working for consultants. But the writers of the story say, war over Paris club loan refund rages. $7 million for 2-page letter raises dust. Minister insists states local government can't back out. Case still in court, says fire me. To the earpiece, why our debt profile is rising by the federal government, and that's on page 5. Infrastructure will help Nigeria grow faster, says Buhari. More stories on page 6. Andy Uba rejects Anambra governorship results. Page 2 has the story. Lagos order to benefit from UK's £27.5 million. And moving further down, says Igboho Kanu Afenifere Ohaneze orders back political solution. Fake CSP cleric among alleged invaders of orderly's home. And to the bottom stream says Akeredolu imposes curfew on Ondo town. That's on page 27. Lado Oja orders unite for law for Lam Adeshino. Also on page 27 of The Nation. You want to know more of what's happening on The Nation, do well to in Nigeria, yeah, so do well to get some of those papers, and also stay tuned for our news bulletin by 12 p.m. and also by 7 p.m.